Today we are going to start a new topic, that is relative velocity in a plane. Now we have already studied about the concept of relative velocity when two objects, say A and B, moving with velocities VA and VB, then relative velocity of A with respect to B is given by the general formula VA minus VB. This we have studied earlier when the objects are moving parallel to each other or moving anti-parallel to each other. Now the case arises when these two objects are inclined at each other at an angle theta. So this is VB and VA. Then to find out their relative velocity, we will use this method. So for that, we will bring this object VB at rest position by adding a negative of VB in it. So the diagram will be like this. If this is VA and this is VB, so we have to add a negative of VB, that means in the opposite direction and of the same magnitude. If this is theta, so this will become 180 minus theta. Now to find out the resultant of minus VB and VA, we will use parallelogram's law of vector addition, and for this we will just draw a parallelogram and we will draw a diagonal of it. Now this diagonal will represent velocity of A with respect to B. So the relative velocity of A with respect to B is given by the general formula in vector form, that is VAB equal to VA vector minus VB vector. But if we have to find out the resultant in terms of magnitude, then we will use the general formula VAB equal to under the root VA square plus VB square plus 2AB cos of the angle, and the angle is 180 minus theta. So this becomes VA square plus VB square and cos 180 minus theta equal to minus of cos theta. So this becomes minus 2AB cos of theta. Now the direction of resultant, that is VAB, is given by the same formula as we have calculated earlier. If this angle is beta, then tangent of the beta is equivalent to B sine of the angle sine of the angle 180 minus theta upon velocity of A plus velocity of B into cos of the angle 180 minus theta. So this becomes tangent beta equal to VB sin theta upon VA plus, that is equivalent to cos 180 minus theta equal to minus of cos theta. So this becomes VA minus VB cos theta. So by this method we can easily calculate the relative velocity of A with respect to B when the two objects are moving at an angle with each other, that is the relative velocity in a plane. Now our new topic is the relative velocity of rain with respect to a moving man. Take an example. If a person is moving along west direction, if this is west, east, north and south, if a person is moving along west direction with a velocity Vm and the raindrops are falling vertically downward with a velocity Vr, we have shown downward direction and this is Vr. Now in which direction the person should hold the umbrella so that no rain fall on it? And for this we will find out the relative velocity of the rain with respect to the man. We know for finding relative velocity we bring one object at rest and starts moving the other object with the combined velocity. So we will bring this object, a person, at rest by adding its negative velocity in it. So we will take this to this side, say this is minus Vm. Put vector sign. Now we have to find out the resultant of these two velocities Vr and minus Vm, and for this we will simply use parallelogram's law of vector addition. So we will complete this rectangle and draw this diagonal which will join this point. Now this diagonal will show the relative velocity of rain with respect to the man, Vrm. Hence, for finding out the magnitude of this resultant velocity, we will use parallelogram's law of vector addition, and by this we know Vrm, the resultant, is equivalent to under the root velocity of the rain Vr square plus Vm square plus 2 Vr into Vm into cos of the angle. Now the angle between Vr and minus Vm, this is 90 degree, so we will put 90 degree, but cos 90 equal to 0, therefore we are left with Vr square plus Vm square plus 0, or Vr square plus Vm square under the root. So by this method we can easily calculate the relative velocity of rain with respect to the man or with respect to the person which is moving. Now, in which direction the person should hold the umbrella? So, since the object or the person is moving along west direction and the rain is falling vertically downward, so one should hold the umbrella in the forward direction, just in the opposite direction to the relative velocity of rain with respect to the man. So we can say if this relative velocity or the resultant velocity makes an angle beta, leave it not beta here, we will take this beta here, beta with the vertically downward direction, the same angle will be formed in the vertical direction. This is beta. So one should hold the umbrella in this direction, making an angle of beta with the vertical direction. So for finding out the direction, we will use same method, tangent beta equal to b, tangent beta equal to b sin theta upon a plus b cos of theta. This is the general formula. So here b will become Vm. So Vm sine of the angle upon a, that is Vr, plus Vm cos of the angle. So this becomes tangent beta equal to Vm upon sin 90 equal to 1 and cos 90 is 0. So Vm upon Vr. So by using this formula, we can easily calculate the direction, that is the angle made by the object to hold his umbrella with a vertical direction so that no rain falls on it. Now we will do another application of vector addition. Now when a person tends to cross a river, take an example, say if this is a river flowing from left to right with a certain velocity v2. And a person wants to cross this river. Now there are two cases. Number one, in the first case, the person wants to cross this river of width, say x, along the shortest path. And in the second case, the person wants to cross in the shortest time. So first of all, we will do the first case. The person wants to cross a river along the shortest path, and the shortest path to cross this river is a perpendicular gap between its two ends. So we can represent the shortest path by OB, point O to B. So the person should finally move along OB. So in which direction he should move? So say V1 is the velocity of the person. The person should start rowing upstream. That means opposite to the direction of flow of river, making an angle theta with the perpendicular. That is the resultant velocity V. So when the person moves upstream, it moves from A point to B point with the river flow, and finally the person reaches point B. Now, for finding out the magnitude of the resultant velocity v, we will just use a simple method. If this is v2, we have completed this parallelogram. If this is v2, this side will also be v2. So in this triangle OBA, hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square, that is v1 square equal to v square plus v2 square, and we have to find out the value of this v2. So v equal to, we will take this v2 to this side, this becomes v1 square minus v2 square under the root. So the value of the resultant velocity v is given by v equal to under the root v1 square minus v2 square. This is the velocity with which the person will reach point B when it goes in this direction OA with the velocity v1, covering the shortest distance between point O and B, that is equivalent to OB, that is equivalent to x. Now we can easily find out the time in going from O to B. So time is given by distance upon velocity, and the distance between the two ends, that is OB equal to x upon velocity. This is the resultant velocity v. So t becomes x upon v. Now in the second case, when the person wants to cross this river in the shortest time, again same, the person is moving with velocity v1 and the river is flowing with velocity v2 from left to right. So in which direction the person should move so that it can cross this river in the shortest time? So for this, the person should move along the perpendicular direction to the river flow so that the resultant of this v1 and v2 should reach to point B. So the person moving along this direction will move with the river flow and will reach to point B. So this OB will represent the resultant of v1 and v2, the velocity of the person and that of the river flow. So the person will cross the river and will reach to point B. Now we can easily find out the value of v by completing this diagram. Clearly, in triangle OAB, this hypotenuse square equal to base square plus perpendicular square, v1 square plus v2 square, or v equal to v1 square plus v2 square under the root. So by this formula we can easily calculate the value of v. Now we have to find out the time in which the person will cross the river. If x is the width of the river, then time should be equivalent to distance upon velocity. Now if the person goes along this direction with the velocity v1 and has covered a distance x, so the time will become x upon v1. But the person goes from O point to A point but reaches to point B. So the distance covered will be O to B with the resultant velocity v. So time will be equivalent to OB upon v. But the value of OB is equivalent to perpendicular square plus base square under the root, x square plus y square under the root upon the value of v, that is v1 square plus v2 square under the root. So by these two different methods we can easily calculate the way the person wants to cross a river, either along the shortest path or in the shortest time.